Welcome back everyone for our next webinar. I'm really happy to introduce to you Dr. Barbara Gleede from DECHEMA. She will talk a little bit about the funding measure resource efficient circular economy. I'm really happy to hear about your project. Barbara, it's your stage. I don't want to tell too much about what you know most about. So have fun. Let's go. Thank you all for joining in. You can post again all your questions into the chat. We sadly won't have time afterwards, but Barbara told me already she will answer them afterwards. So feel free to send them in and you will get an answer in the next few days. See you then, have fun, and let's go now really.
Thank you, Felix. Welcome to my presentation on the funding measure Resource Efficient Circular Economy Innovative Product Cycles, or in short, ReziProK. My name is Barbara Gleede and I work at DECHEMA e.V. I'm part of the networking and transfer project RessWInn, and I am pleased to introduce ReziProK to you today. This funding measure is supported by the Federal Ministry of Education and Research and is a research focus of FONA. FONA is a platform of the Federal Ministry of Education and Research for the research for sustainability. The background to the funding measure is the increasing consumption of raw materials worldwide. This is due, on the one hand, to the current lifestyle of people in industrialized countries, which is overtaxing the Earth's raw material resources, and on the other hand, also to the rising standard of living in emerging and developing countries. In Germany alone, more than 15 tons of raw materials were consumed per capita each year, which is twice the global per capita average. Against the background of the ecological consequences of this high consumption of raw materials and the ever scarcer raw materials, it is imperative to transform the linear economy of the past into a sustainable circular economy. Resource-efficient circular economy means a fundamental transformation of the linear economy into largely closed cycles. The concept of a resource-efficient circular economy pursues the goal of maintaining the value of products, components, and raw materials within the economy for as long as possible and generating as little waste as possible. The funding measure ReziProK includes 25 research projects and one networking and transfer project called RessWInn. In total, 117 project partners are involved. The duration of the project is generally 3 years, and they started in summer 2019. The funding volume for the entire funding measure is approximately 30 million euros. The aim of the research project is to close product cycles by developing appropriate business models, design concepts, and digital technologies, and thus to contribute to the implementation of a resource-efficient circular economy. The task of the networking and transfer project RessWInn are, on the one hand, the networking of the projects within the funding measure ReziProK and externally to various relevant initiatives. On the other hand, RessWInn supports the project through extensive public relation work and the transfer of the results. This consists of the production and provision of information material, such as project sheets, newsletters, and flyers, maintaining the internet platform and the social media account, the organization of ReziProK events such as various joint conferences or workshops, and also, as is the case here today, the presentation of the funding measure at professional events. The projects address a broad range of topics and sectors and are clustered in different topics. In green, the promotion of the use of recycled materials and general developments on the topic of blockchain. The extension in blue, the extension or intensification of product use. In orange, the optimization and expansion of in improving the recyclability of electric vehicles, and in gray, the optimization and expansion of remanufacturing. To give you a better insight into the funding measure, I will present a project representative of each topic. In the first cluster group, 8 different projects are being funded that deal with the optimized use of recycled materials in the construction materials, secondary plastics, textile fibers, used tires, foundry and steel industry, and the aircraft industry. I present as an example the project Absent. In Absent, the approach of the upcycling center is transferred into a transferable business model and tested at several locations. Suitable forms of organization are being investigated for this purpose. The aim is to work out a business model for a resource-efficient circular economy around the topic of upcycling in order to establish a socio-economically sustainable structure. The production of upcycling products and the sensitization of interested stakeholders are to contribute to a resource-efficient circular economy. In the picture you can see some upcycling products. These products are made in workshops for disabled people from commercial waste by regional companies. However, to give you a small overview of the diverse projects, I have listed them here. The All Polymer project deals with fiber reinforcement to increase the resource efficiency of high quality, fully recyclable plastic products. The Consumai project is developing a configurator for the circular economy for used tires. The DB-Chain project aims to create a digital map of circular systems using blockchain technology. The project D-Link is developing digital solutions for industrial plastic cycles. The DTEX project is developing digital technologies as enablers of a resource-efficient circular B2B textile economy. In the project RePost, the optimization of deconstruction and sorting of old porous concrete and the development of new options for the recycling of aerated concrete are being addressed. And in the Optirodic project, aims to optimize raw materials productivity in the foundry and steel industry from products of the recycling economy by using modern mathematical methods, networking, and digitalization. The second topic deals with extended or more intensive product use. For example, we are sharing concepts is being investigated for electronic products, reusable packaging, pumps, the clothing sector, construction products for interior design, furniture and trade fair stands, smartphones, refrigerators, and cutlery. An everyday known product is being investigated in the Modest project. Modest deals with product circularity through modular design using the example of smartphones. Strategies for durable smartphones are to be developed. Modular smartphones have the potential both to reflect technical progress through upgrades and to meet changing consumer needs. This enables a longer service life, which reduces the number of devices and their environmental impact. In order to develop the positive potential of modular design and minimize undesirable consequences, Modest develops technical, social, and economic preconditions and solutions for modular concepts. The 9 other projects in this cluster group also deal with exciting topics. In circular by design, a sustainable product design of consumer goods is being developed using the refrigerator and freezer as a case study. In the project Circle of Tools, The focus is on the development and testing of closed circular economy concepts for the metalworking, tool and cutlery industry. The project Effizient Nutzen develops data-based business models for cascade use and extended product use of electronic products. In long life, new business models for the continued use of a technical system are based on a simple, decentralized determination of condition and prognosis of the remaining useful life. In the PERMA project, a platform is being created for efficient resource utilization in the furniture and furnishings industry. The PAXPRAC project deals with the user-integrated development and testing of practical resource-efficient reusable packaging solutions in the mail order business. In the ReziProK project, resource efficiency is increased through smart pumps. The ReziProK project aims to close resource-efficient product cycles in the finishing trade through new business models. And in the Where to Share project, innovative circular business models are being developed in the textile industry. The following cluster involves the issues of recyclable electric vehicles. The production of electronically operated vehicles is being investigated in 3 projects. I present the COSE project as the representative of this cluster. The COSE project is developing a circular open source construction kit for electrically powered pool vehicles. Car manufacturing is extremely energy and resource intensive along the international value chain. A longer service life for passenger cars is therefore of great ecological and economic benefit. The innovative solution of the COSE project contributes significantly to resource conservation and circular economy through remanufacturing and reuse. The life cycling Square project deals with the reconfigurable design concepts and service for the resource-efficient reuse of e-cargo bikes, and the LEV Modular project with new mobility for a resource-efficient circular economy. The possibility of making the production of capital goods or technical blend components circular is being investigated by projects in the last cluster group. I will explain using the example of the ReLife project. The research project ReLife aims to increase resource efficiency by extending the life cycle of capital goods. The innovative approach of adaptive remanufacturing is being developed for this purpose. This describes an adaptive maintenance strategy that determines the optimal time and scope of maintenance measures based on sensor evaluations under technical, economic, and ecological aspects. As an example, an exhaust air purification system is shown here. By measuring various parameters and making calculations in a sensor-based evaluation model, which you can see on the right down, the performance level can be optimally controlled. There are 3 other projects that deal with the topic of remanufacturing. In the ADREMO project, value preservation scenarios for urban electric mobility of people and loads are being developed through additive manufacturing and remanufacturing. In the IBA project, everything revolves around the sensory recording, automated identification and evaluation of all parts based on product data, as well as information about previous deliveries. And the repair project is investigating the regeneration of products and production systems through additive repair and refurbishment. I hope I have been able to give you a good insight into the funding measure ReziProK. All 25 projects will present their results, barriers, and recommendations after 3 years of research at the final conference. This will take place next year on the 23rd and 24th of June in Berlin. You are warmly invited to attend. The participation is free of charge. If you're curious and would like to learn more about the funding measure, please feel free to contact us as Networking and Transfer Project. Also, use the chat if you have a direct question for the next days. So finally, I would like to thank you very much for your attention.
Barbara, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you for the insight into your project, and to all of you, thank you for attending. If you are interested, as Barbara said it, get in contact, save the date for the final conference. I'm really interested in what you will get all together with all of these 25 projects. You're really, this is a really deep funding measure. Thank you so much for introducing us into that. And with an eye on the clock, I know you have to go. So thank you so much for being here. If you have any last words for the participants, this is the moment. And with that, I wish to all of you a good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope I can see you all in the final conference.
Bye-bye. I'm really happy to see you again, to see all of you again tomorrow when we start at 9:30 with the Recyclers talk from EURIC. I'm really happy to have a lot of really interesting speakers for that with me. And yeah, we will talk a little bit about what we can do in the future. And with that, have a good evening. Thank you for attending EREC. Today, you can, of course, head over to the different booths of our exhibitors and look over there during the night. And tomorrow we will start again with the conference program. Until then, bye-bye and see you soon.